This is Abu Dhabi as you've never seen it before, attracting art enthusiasts and adrenaline junkies.
It was incredible. It's like a bullet.
Home to modern architecture and timeless classics. From the desert dunes to the crystal clear Arabian waters. We meet the people living and working here.
And voila.
We discover their Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi City is the capital of the United Arab Emirates. It's a busy metropolis with a growing reputation as one of the region's most prominent art hubs. Our journey begins here, just outside the city, on the waters of Zayed Island. Ala Edris is a local artist and the curator of the NYU Abu Dhabi Gallery. For her, the city is full of artistic possibilities.
I love Abu Dhabi because the art scene is flourishing, and that makes me happy to be living here.
First stop is the Louvre Abu Dhabi.
The first thing you notice walking to the Louvre Abu Dhabi is the dome. The way the light filters through the dome, it offers just the perfect amount of refuge from the harsh sunlight. So I really think it's great.
The floating dome was designed by award-winning architect Jean Nouvel. It's inspired by Arabic geometric patterns.
It's a wonderful introduction to the galleries in the Louvre Abu Dhabi.
Once inside, the museum's 12 galleries take you on a journey from ancient treasures to modern masterpieces, conveying universal themes of humanity throughout the space. Paintings by Van Gogh, Gauguin and Manet adorn the walls.
The fact that the Louvre Abu Dhabi presents all these different historical periods and artifacts and objects adds, of course, to the cultural landscape and also adds to the knowledge and to education here. I especially like this painting because of the way the artist works. This was not painted from a live scene. This was the artist combining different elements and putting them together to create the scene of a young emir reading a book. It's interesting to watch people's reaction to this painting because it's very popular. Even people who don't know much about art recognize this painting. Studying them in history books and then seeing their paintings here, experiencing the painting firsthand adds so much to the experience of art students and art lovers in general. Having a big name as the Louvre Abu Dhabi definitely brought so much attention to the region. We have so many artists, curators, scholars, and art lovers simply visit the UAE because of the Louvre Abu Dhabi.
Next on Ala's itinerary is the Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque, a celebration of modern Islamic architecture.
The experience honestly starts as you walk in. All the details, I think, are amazing.
Welcome to Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque, the largest mosque in the United Arab Emirates. Let me show you around.
More than 1,000 columns run the length of the outdoor arcades.
I really love the columns here.
Yes. What's really special about them, the curving had done all by hand. No machines were used for this.
You mean
one.
the curving of the flowers?
Yes, the flowers.
That's amazing.
They're made of million pieces of semi-precious stones from different countries around the world. Some of the centers of the flowers feature mother of pearl.
Yeah, I noticed that. It's my favorite.
If you can see around the domes, it has beautiful floral patterns made of arabesque, which is a traditional Arabic type of artwork heavily used in the mosque.
The mosque includes 82 domes in various sizes that combine different harmonious forms of Islamic architecture.
So this mosque features not only one style. When people will come and they will find part of the mosque is featuring Mughal style, the other part is Ottoman, Mamluk, Moroccan, and adding to this is contemporary art.
Yeah.
It doesn't reflect only Islamic traditional art. So we are now in the eastern entrance. This is the eastern foyer in the mosque. The message of this diverse floral patterns chosen from different parts of the world is consistent with the message of the mosque, which is communication among all cultures of the world. Actually, the feeling I feel every day is passion. It's a history, it's a piece of art, it's a beauty that communicates a message, we would say, a message of tolerance, culture, communication, coexistence. This is the main prayer room. It's the largest prayer room we use for special occasions like Ramadan, Eid prayers, and Friday sermon, which can take up to 8,000 worshippers.
The prayer hall's main centerpiece is its crystal chandelier, considered one of the world's largest in a mosque.
Let me tell you how many pieces of crystals they used in the chandeliers. 40 million pieces of Swarovski crystals. It's a landmark that you have not to miss in your itinerary.
I love the diversity of the people that come here to experience the place, the architecture, and the beauty of the Grand Mosque of Sheikh Zayed. The place is breathtaking.
After a day of culture and art, Allah's final stop is the Emirates Palace Hotel.
As you arrive to the Emirates Palace, of course, you're met with this very lavish kind of castle style, you know, like it's truly like a princess palace.
Marhaba, welcome to the Emirates Palace.
It gives you a different experience if you want to experience something very luxurious.
1,200 square meters of the ornate ceiling is covered in 22-carat gold leaf. Manoj Kourakos may lack the golden touch of King Midas, but as resident gold specialist, he's the man responsible for the upkeep of all this glitz.
This gold leaf application, which is called gilding, this is made from Italy and it is very thin and it is of 22-carat gold. We have to start fixing the leaf one by one, and it is very fragile. We have to be very careful. So then we have to stick it there, and afterwards we have to do the minor cleaning with the brush.
Not only are the palace walls adorned with the precious metal, gold can even be found on the menu.
I think the cultural scene in Abu Dhabi is very diverse. If you want to look at high art, you go to the Louvre Abu Dhabi. If you want to look at beautiful architecture, you have the Grand Mosque of Sheikh Zayed. And if you want to have a gold cappuccino while listening to classical music, you come to the Emirates Palace.
Yas Island in Abu Dhabi is a one-stop destination for entertainment and excitement. It's an adrenaline seeker's paradise, with circuits, rides and attractions dedicated to speed. So who better to show us around than Formula 4 racing driver Anna Al-Kabaisi?
Speed is what is the best experience ever. Yes, I'm an adrenaline junkie. It's really cool to know that I'm driving on a circuit where an F1 driver used to drive.
Hi, I'm Nadia.
Hi, Nadia.
Welcome to Yas Marina Circuit.
Nadia will be Amna's instructor and be by her side throughout the experience.
You've done the corkscrews, you're running the corkscrews.
No, I haven't tried the corkscrew.
The first step of the driver's experience is the briefing.
Good evening, everyone. Firstly, welcome to Yas Marina Circuit. My name's Axel, I'm one of the senior instructors.
The staff, they're very helpful, they're very welcoming, and very encouraging when you want to take part in motorsports. They're always here to encourage you and to help you improve lap by lap. You get to drive on a track which has everything you've seen on TV on Formula races. It's on a whole new level of racing.
Any question from anyone? Pretty clear?
Finally, it's time to hit the track.
See? Comfortable? Stay on the racing line. All right, take the line like you would.
My driving here is Daniel Ricciardo. I try to follow his footsteps as where he's braking, where he turns.
Yep. Yep, that's fine. Don't go off so much. Brake.
I feel very nostalgic when I drive. I go past the corner and I look at the stands and I'm like, wow, this is what an F1 driver really sees.
You want to stay all the way to the right side.
The Yas Marina has been considered as one of the best circuits in the world.
At precisely 1,173 metres, the track has the longest straight on any F1 circuit.
It has the best corners, it has fast corners, slow corners, all the corners you need in basic tracks. I've driven many tracks and till now, Yas Marina is still my favorite track. It's something you should try. I'm 100% sure you will love it.
Next stop on Yas Island is an amusement park with a difference. Ferrari World Abu Dhabi.
We're excited.
If you're ever craving adrenaline, you should go to Ferrari World for roller coasters and some cool fun. You can try some Ferrari cars in there.
I'm about to ride the fastest roller coaster in the world.
Accelerating from 0 to 240 kilometers per hour in under 5 seconds, the Formula Rossa is not for the faint-hearted. Its state-of-the-art hydraulic launch track will have you reaching heart-racing heights at super speed.
Woo, that was fun. It was incredible. It's like a bullet.
After years spent behind the wheel, Amna finally has a chance to change a wheel.
Okay, the main challenge here is to remove and to replace the tire as fast as you can. Go!
Okay.
16.7.
Alright, it's good.
7 seconds. Good job.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm sticking with driving. Gonna go karting. I'm gonna beat my sister. Little track time, so it's fun. It's always fun to go on track.
My sister, she's also doing Formula 4. She's starting to make that step, so she's also an adrenaline junkie.
With a healthy dose of sibling rivalry, Amna's sister wins the race.
Karting's not for me anymore. She's dominating now.
This is the Rub Al Khali Desert, known as the Empty Quarter. It's the largest continuous sandmass in the world, covering approximately 60,000 square meters of uninterrupted desert. It stretches across Saudi Arabia, Oman, Yemen, and the United Arab Emirates. People come here from all over the world, escaping to its solitude. While some view it as a harsh and barren terrain, this man couldn't live without it and calls it home.
If you'd like to be away from the city and from the noise, you can have the peaceful over here, because when you go out on the desert, you cannot hear anything. No cars, no airplanes, no noise, no nothing. You can hear yourself while you are breathing on the desert.
A modern-day Bedouin, Amro Ahmad Abu Afar, spends as much time as possible amongst the dunes.
I love the desert because the people, they think it's an empty, there is nothing here, but there is a life, and it's, especially on the night, it's a challenge to live, that's true, but for me as a person, I love challenges, and I love to be on the desert.
Amro is even able to read the sand of this arid landscape.
If you look to the dunes, the big dunes, and you find, or you see like a big wall, that means you are looking to the north. And if you see it like a waves, that means you're looking to the south. Now the color of the sand, it's between like 3 to 4 colors, which is white, yellow, red, and sometimes a black a little bit. So when you see it yellow to white color, that means there's salt. And we prefer to avoid that area while we are driving because it's very soft and you might stuck very quick.
Nestled within the desert is the Casa Al Sarab resort.
the meaning of Qasr al-Sarab Hotel, which is the Mirage Palace, and we call it like that because the way when you arrive to the hotel, you will not see the hotel until the moment you reach the main gate, and it will look like a mirage. It came out from nothing. So that's why we call it Qasr al-Sarab, or the Palace of Mirage.
The hotel's architecture reflects Emirati heritage and draws from the beauty of its surroundings. And Amro is the activity manager there.
My main job actually here in the hotel to organize the activities, which is the outdoor activities, taking the guests of doing camel ride, dune bashing, camping overnight, desert hike. It's like more as adventure activities and mixed with the culture of the Emirates. My favorite activity here to do is the dune bashing. For me as a person, I love in general the adventure and I love driving. And most of the time when the guests are shouting during the dune bashing, that means they are enjoying.
As the sun sets on the Rab al Khali desert, Amro takes his guests on a camel trek and invites them to enjoy the magic of the dunes at dusk.
If you would like to have the experience of the culture in Abu Dhabi, you need to go to the desert, because the desert was a part of almost all of the Arabic countries, and it's our culture.
From the desert sands to the pristine crystal waters of the Arabian Gulf, there are up to 200 natural islands dotted along Abu Dhabi's coastline. And this man travels to one every day. Mark Abed is the culinary director of Zayed Nuri Island Resort, only a 10-minute boat ride from Abu Dhabi.
Like every day going here by the boat, no traffic. Look, it's beautiful, right?
Nuri comes from the Arabic word nur, meaning light. It's been visited by royalty, A-list celebrities and other VIPs.
Nuri is very special. It's I think it's a very magical environment. Once you come to Zaya, it just takes you to another. It makes you travel. You know, it deconnects you completely from the world.
The island has a number of boutique and family-sized villas overlooking the Arabian Gulf, making it the perfect getaway from city life. Mark oversees all the restaurants on Nuri Island.
I'm a type of chef that I like to do everything my own. The fresher it is, the better. So I check my kitchen every day in the morning, see what's happening. Everything's good, chef? Oh. Samples are coming?
Samples Wednesday.
Wednesday, for sure.
He's arrived at Hooked, the island's seafood restaurant, to prepare lunch.
What can I say about Abu Dhabi, and does Abu Dhabi love seafood? And I feel in Hooked we have a lot of locals that comes, people from all over the world, and they always ask about fish. For lunch, what we're gonna cook for lunch, and I think I should think about it more. Once I go in the kitchen, then I'll make you a surprise. I'm not gonna get you all the details. I love cooking, and I love making people happy. I think this is the two most important things that I'd love to do in the islands. We're making a toothfish, white shilling sea bass, with cheddar, broccoli, asparagus puree. When you cook those products, get those dishes, it's really beautiful creating. You don't have a routine, it's not every day the same thing. Every day you're creating something new. So we're gonna place the skin on the pan. We're gonna hear this noise. This is what we need. Basically, we're cooking them for like around 3 minutes. We're just gonna make the skin a bit crispy, and then we're gonna finish them in the convection oven around 8 minutes for 180 degrees Celsius. Boom, that's it. Close it. Now we're gonna wait until the magic happens. This is Tweel squid ink. It makes a beautiful color and texture. There's a special technique of making it. We're gonna place it on the top to finalize the dish. And voila. Hello, girls. So this is white shilling sea bass, and once you serve it to the guests and he's happy, it puts me in another world, to be honest. People would never imagine there's something like Noah. It's literally paradise in the UAE.
best thing about Philippines is people.
The people are friendly.
The Filipinos.
Filipino people are very awesome people.
The people.
The people?
The people.
I think so far it's the best country we have traveled to. Mostly thanks to the people.
I'm Joy Roa. I organize the Balloon Fiesta. The Philippine International Hot Air Balloon Fiesta is not just balloon flying. We call it a weekend of everything that flies because we have airplanes, we have kites, skydiving. This is the only place where you can get the balloon rides, especially here in the Philippines. I think everybody wants to come early in the morning. You know, in the Philippines, the wind is calm early in the mornings. And this is when the balloons are able to fly. I mean, the balloons is the surest way to put a smile into everybody's face. This is one of the few fiestas in the Philippines wherein it attracts 2-year-old up to 70-year-old. We use the word fiesta because it's very Filipino. It's a celebration of life. You know, I always say that ballooning is the most romantic way of flying. You know, with the airplane, you go against the wind. But with the balloon, you slowly rise up in the air. You slowly flow with the wind. You slowly see the sights and the sounds. Dogs barking, roosters crowing. I mean, people waving at you. You see everything, and that's where you really enjoy flying.
This is so great. This is what we're all doing it for, the freedom. Look around you, open space, the adventure. You know where you're launching, you don't know where you're gonna land. This is ballooning.
Peter, he has his Nelly Bee, which is shaped like an elephant, a pink elephant.
No, you didn't drink too much last night. You're seeing pink elephants.
He's flown it all over the world as well. But he keeps on coming back to the Philippines because he feels at home.
Look around you, the mountains you got, the volcanoes.
He's the best dressed pilot. He's the only pilot wearing a tie, which matches his elephant balloon as well. So that makes him special.
It was awesome. It was great. It's wonderful. It's perfect. Just trying to reach my crew now. That's going to be the next adventure.
I'm Aya Javier and I'm the brewmaster for Palawan Brewery. We chose Palawan because it's a paradise. We came here and we fell in love, totally head over heels. When people come on vacation, most of them are traveling halfway around the world. And they're coming to Palawan. Do you know that we are voted the best island in the world? So when we're brewing beers, we want that to emulate whatever Palawan is all about. Cheers! Cheers! Ayahay! Ayahay! This is the German paired with our local wild honey.
So this is honey?
Yes. We try to incorporate what's Palawan, like our honey here. We have 3 kinds of honey in Palawan. And the fruits, we have 2 seasonal beers, a coconut cream ale. Coconut's abundant here. And a mango, a seasonal summer mango IPA. Or we pick some chili from our backyard and make it mango chili. And so they come here, I'm just thinking of white sand. Walking by the beach, it's a hot summer day. At some point, you want to grab hold of a cold one. And that's where we come in. I was working in America, San Diego, California. And then the craft beer industry boomed there. So I was like thinking, man, this would be a welcome change for the Philippines. So I went home, I brought a kit, and then that was 2012, and we started experimenting. There are 4 main ingredients for beer: water, barley, hops, and yeast. And what makes it a local beer is the water, still clean and pure, and the spices of Palawan. So when you add hops, at the beginning of the boil, it's more for the flavor. But when you add hops at the end of the boil, it's more for the smell. We don't pasteurize it, we don't put chemicals, it's not, we don't put any preservative. All natural. We're so happy that our beers are included in the ultimate guide for the best craft beer in the world. We're the only one in the Philippines that got included. Every day, you wake up at 6, start brewing by 7, bottle, label, everything's done manually. People can come and enjoy the beers, and they'll come in and they'll light up like, oh my God, this is good. And that just really warms your heart. They take a part of us and we take a part of them.
The Philippine Tarsier Foundation started in 1996. You know that you are working for something that's good, for a cause. If you want to come and see a tarsier because you like them, it's better if you really go to a place wherein they are taken care of. At least in this way, you are seeing the tarsiers, and the tarsiers are also glad that you came because, you know, your money was put into a place where they were taken care of. It's a 45 million year old species, so it's really, really really old. It's actually a very, very small primate that's the only primate that eats live prey. And it has these really big eyes that's bigger than its brain. One eyeball is bigger than the brain. Because of these huge eyeballs, they cannot move their eyes around. So instead they move their neck, and they can move 180 degrees left and 180 degrees right. They can jump 3 to 5 meters. They're active at night, and they're very calm during the day. And they're only located in specific areas in the world, and one of that is Philippines. Because of the foundation, the Philippine Tarsier was known not just in the Philippines, but through the entire world. The foundation owns 8.4 hectares, so that's basically just forest. And there's also a 167 hectare. This is owned by the government, and we are co-managing it for the tarsier conservation. The tarsiers are endangered because of their habitat slowly diminishing, and they only give birth to 1 baby a year. The Philippines is one of the countries that has really, really good natural resources, and that people are coming here for that. And I think that's one of the things that we should take care in the Philippines, because tourism is one of the biggest livelihood that the Philippines can have. And by taking care of the environment, I believe that Philippines will do really, really good.
Philippines originally is an archipelagic country, so there are around 300 volcanoes. Each one of them offers a different kind of attraction. I am Paulo Delgado Reniva. I'm the resident volcanologist of Taal Volcano Observatory. Taal Volcano is one of the smallest volcanoes in the world, but definitely one of the most destructive and violent during its eruption activity. This is unique because it's considered as an island within an island within an island. So just imagine the Luzon Island, and there's a big caldera, and in the middle of it is the Taal Volcano Island, and in the middle of the main crater lake is another islet which we call the main crater lake islet or the Volcan Point. Taal Lake is the main tourist attraction here in Batangas province. It attracts investors for the commercial fishing or fish farming. It attracts tourists who are interested in trekking, horseback riding, or simply sailing on the Taal Lake.
Going up the volcano is pretty tough. It gets quite steep, but it's definitely worth it. And when you get to the top and see the crater, it's pretty spectacular.
You can literally see the bubbles coming out in the water, and it gives you a goosebump when you see that.
Anyone interested in earth sciences or interested on how volcanoes form, it's a good attraction for them. Coming to Taal is like entering a time machine. You learn about volcanoes, you learn about the culture of the people living within the volcano. So you learn more about the Philippines.
Sagada is one of the municipalities in Mountain Province. We are about 5,000 feet above sea level and 12-hour ride from Manila. I'm Sigrid Bangyay. I'm a native here of Sagada. As a community, we do the traditional way from birth until death and the Christian way. Tourists expect to see the waterfalls, rice terraces, people come here because of its uniqueness in the weather, which is different from the weather in most part of the Philippines. It's a little bit higher and it's cooler.
The views is out of this world. This is the only place that you can see this. Actually, a sea of clouds.
Since it's our first time, so everything is very unusual. Spectacular.
There's a lot of tourist spots, a lot of activities to do, especially the hanging coffin, which is done only here in Sagada. Hanging coffins is a traditional burial here, done in Sagada. A lot of foreigners and also Filipino tourists come up just for that. It's a unique way of burial compared to other places. They don't embalm the body. They believe that we are biodegradable anyway, do it the natural way. Usually, they position the coffins first in the cliff or in the cave burial. And then in the afternoon, they carry the body wrapped in blanket and in a fetal position. The first person who carry that from the house are the relatives, and it's passed like a ball from the house to the burial site. They believe that when the liquid drips on you, it's a good luck. This is Lakay Lawagan, who was buried down here in Eco Valley. And they've been doing this for about 400 to 500 years now. One of the purpose of being buried in the hanging coffin is they are still in commune with the living, with the villagers or the community. Sagada is isolated and it's so hard to reach, and I think the length of travel helped in the preservation of our culture and traditions.